It's Swirv TV, Swirv Nation Radio. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll definitely appreciate the support and hit that bell to get those notifications. What up, world? We back with another edition. Swirv Nation Radio, Swirv TV. I go by the name of M Dollaz now. I'm Swirv Deniro. I'm trying to. I got like, you feel me? I'm trying to get my ball a little bit. You feel me? Got a little gold, little black jewelry on me. You know what I'm saying? I had my shades on, my John Lennon's, but I'm AKA M Dollaz today. But no, real talk. Yours truly, my homie Gil, M Dollaz, man. We got a couple topics we're gonna run through, man. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
It's another beautiful day, man.
For sure.
Man. One more. What's the day? Today is Thursday, right?
Today is definitely Thursday.
It's Thursday. Yeah.
Getting lost in the sauce with all these.
Yeah.
But getting right into it, man. You know, monumental thing went down in the city, man. July the 1st, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, did you watch? What part of it did you watch? Did you see when they hooked it on to the horse?
I was watching for a while, man. Of course, we already know what they did to the Lee statue, vandalizing wise, but you know, to see that Stonewall come down, I just took it like, oh my God! When you sent me the text message, I was like, what? So I went on.
Yeah.
Some people Instagram joints, and you can see people sitting there like, I think it's some cranes on Monument. What's going on?
Yeah.
Started to trend a little bit. Your message came through him. So when I on TV, I was like, oh, they out that joint. Then it started rain on them. I said, lightning and thundering. Thunder back, you know what I'm saying? Turning out all the power and all that. But then watching them on TV, like, they were determined not to go nowhere. They didn't care how long it was going to last. They didn't care about the rain. You know, it was just about some people ancestors. So even I had told my mom and them, I was like, did y'all know what's going on? Because I know y'all about to go to the doctor's office, so y'all might want to know what's going on, period, for history. Traffic-wise, they turned it on.
Yeah.
You believe it, man. So, I ain't gonna lie. I know it ain't a complete victory, but it's definitely, you know, a step in the right direction. So if y'all saw it, how did y'all feel when y'all first saw it on TV or social media?
Shit, I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, at first I didn't believe it. I thought they was trying to clean it off because, you know, like when I first saw it, it was the cranes that were up there. And at the time, nobody was writing, like, you know how you see at the bottom where they write message? I didn't see any message. So I just assumed that they were trying to, you know, clean the graffiti off. Maybe somebody had threw some spray paint up there or something. And then as I kept watching, I'm like, oh, man, they really going to take it down. So then I waited. I said, it didn't look like it was that many people out there at first. But then the guy who was doing the camera spun the camera around the show behind. I mean, it was so many people out there. I think it was like one of somebody from the Virginia legislator. I can't remember who the guy was, a black guy. And he was out there, and according to him, he was basically saying that this was something that was going on for years, even before he came into office. So it wasn't like the George Floyd incident and then everybody. So I thought that was real important that he touched on that, because, you know, a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, all of a sudden now you want to take, he specifically said that had been going on for years. They were pushing to get that particular statue taken down.
Right. What about you, Gil? How you feel?
Right. Yeah, man. It was historic, bro. It was historic. Because my wife told me about it, and I think one of the main channels here in Richmond, man, I think it was Channel 12, was doing a live on Facebook or something. So that's how she found out about it, and I was watching it, and it's a big step, man. It's a big step. Those symbols, statues, monuments, all those type of things, man, they make a difference. And that's where a lot of people, our tourism come. They're coming through. We may not see them or pay attention to them, but a lot of people that's coming out of town, they go and look at those monuments, look at those statues and stuff like that, man, and seeing the history for here. And I think it's a good step, man. It's going to help us at the end, but we got to follow up with that too. This can't just be the all end all. We got to follow up with that, because truth be told, you know, these are happening for us but other people are trying, and they will try to get those statues back up or do some other type of legislation. So again, that's where that political activism is going to come in at, man, where we can continue to make the change and keep the change, the positive change, you know. So yeah, it's a big step, I think.
Now my question is, with that being said, so you taking down the statues. First question is, where is that statue going from this point? Are they scrapping it? Is it going to a museum? Which I think the next step is.
I don't know.
They, from what I was seeing, go ahead, Swirv.
I would say, I don't know, man. I mean, they definitely have various Confederate museums across our country. You know what I mean? You know, we even got the cemetery right here, not that far from where I live at too. So I mean, you can put those joints in there. I mean, I ain't trying to erase the history because it is part of our history, but putting it, you know, those statues being put in front of our face. Nah, I want to see those joints, so put them somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, yeah, it might affect tourism, but Richmond got all these restaurants popping off now, man. They might need to reconsider Navy Hill project. That would have definitely changed the game. That would have given like one of the largest concert venues. So it's other ways and other streams besides the old way. So, you know, that's my thoughts on it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, man. From what I was seeing on the news, man, they were saying one of the possibilities, like you were saying, was in the museum, and then people putting them on private property too. You know, so
but hey, but you see why, my bad, I ain't mean to cut you off. You see why they said the private property, right? If they put it on private property, can't nobody touch it. See, they you gotta watch them, man. They slick.
It's slick, man. It's slick. It's very slick, because I was surprised, man. I was working up in Northern Virginia, bro, and I didn't realize that it was a Confederate flag on 95. It's a big Confederate flag there. So, and I'm thinking that's on private property, because I haven't seen that in the news at all. So it's one going north and it's one going south, like you're going to North Carolina on 95. So I think in both of those cases, it's private property. So we might as well look for that to start popping up to happen and trying to strategize on how we're going to deal with that, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy, because I definitely see that flag that when I'm coming 95, when I'm leaving for Pittsburgh to Richmond, you definitely see that flag sitting right there inside. Same people.
Yep.
I'm like, they over that joint, whatever they doing what they doing. So I'm curious if that on private property as well. But that, in actuality, like they said, that's not even the Confederate flag. That's the I guess that's their war flag or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's the war flag.
Had the circles on the joint. You know what I'm saying? That one was more for battlefield. So a lot of times people get, you know, that history or, you know, that knowledge, you know, kind of can screw it up. But so kind of switching the topic.
But I had this question, Swirv. I had this question just thinking about it, man. Not to cut you off, bro. So if the North won and the South lost, why are we still flying this flag? If it's a war flag, whatever type of flag, why is this flag still allowed to be flown? If the North, you know what I'm saying? So it's strange, man. I think that's going to probably be the next thing. Because, matter of fact, I saw yesterday on the news in Mississippi, they have a flag. I think it's like a small Confederate flag, like usually where the stars are for the American flag. And then they have the red and white stripes. I have to look it up. But they end up taking that flag down, too, from all of their state buildings, I believe. So it's happening across the country, man. So the flags might be the next thing that's happening, you know. So
you remind me, wasn't it some years ago when somebody actually, I don't know if it was in North or South Carolina, where somebody actually climbed up the pole to try to take one of the flags down? I don't know if y'all remember that. I could have sworn I heard something.
Probably so, bro.
You know what I mean? This might have been the time when the Charlottesville incident happened. So I don't know. We're going to
like it.
Go ahead.
Hey, I can tell you this real quick before we change topic, and I just want to say that because I feel like this is important. Not only are they looking at the monuments and everything, but if you watch the news, the White House is on high alert right now for those the Mount Rushmore. They're hearing that they're hearing that they're getting a lot of threats of people try to damage Mount Rushmore. So they're like, nah, that's not gonna happen.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I mean,
I'm dead serious. They're
Interesting.
taking it to that extent. I'm dead serious.
that's crazy.
Wow.
The stimulus check part 2, you know what I mean? I know it took me a while to get my first joint, which I ain't gonna lie, I definitely appreciate it. Definitely not enough for nobody to pay their livelihood on a monthly basis. But, you know, Em, I know you were talking about
Right.
a little earlier, you know what I'm saying? We was like off the grid. So what's going on with the second round?
All right, so basically, for everybody that's concerned about the second round of stimulus check, as of right now, it went through the House. So it got passed through the House. Of course, most people pretty much assumed that it was going to get passed through the House anyway. So now it's sitting at the Senate. So basically what happens in the Senate, for those that don't understand how the Senate works, the Senate is majority ran by the Republicans. So what happens is the bill gets on their desk. What they're going to do is they're going to debate it. And within that bill, it's not just the stimulus. It's 100 other things that's in that bill. So what they tend to do is they debate a certain part of the literature that's in there. One side will want to put this in the bill. The other side going to want to put that. So it's not just specifically the stimulus. So once they agree on that literature, then they can go further with the passing of the bill. The only bad part is we got the 4th of July that's coming up. So that's going to be a break from that. And then the Senate goes on that break, I think, next week or the week after next anyway. So no matter what happens, it's not going to be until, I'm assuming, now I don't know this 100%, but I would assume that a vote or any type of decision wouldn't be until probably after they come back from that break. But Trump and Graham both said that they expect and they want a second stimulus. So maybe somewhere in that $1,200 range again. Like I said, there's things that they got to look at as far as the unemployment. It's still people getting that unemployment. I'm not sure if they want to reduce that, but you got to understand, man, they want everybody back to work. And that's kind of hard to do when you're giving people $900 a week. And, you know what I'm saying, they make it more money at home than they were at work. So some things that they got to weigh out.
Yeah.
The last thing I about that, when they were talking about the 1,200 might be the second 1,200 could possibly be an incentive. So when you go back to work, they hit you with that 12. You know what I'm saying? And there's, of course, other populations who ain't gonna see no check. You know what I mean?
Right.
Variables
Yeah.
like.
Now I'm gonna tell you this too, to add to that. Another difference between this stimulus check and the last stimulus check is remember when it came down to dependents. So the person that claimed that dependent got that $1,200. On this stimulus, the dependent will also receive that money. As far as right now, that's the way it's supposed to go. So in other words, Swirv, like if you had if you claim somebody, you would get that $1,200, and then that dependent would also get that $1,200 instead of just being one side.
Did the both
Right.
the first go around?
No, the first go around, it was just the person that claimed the 12.
I'll get one.
Right. What they did the first go around was they added an additional, what was it, $500 to the parent.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, guy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was like saying they actually get a $1,200 check.
No, the first go around, no, just the person.
I got a $1,200 check is what I'm saying.
Right.
You didn't get one.
No.
What about you? Did you get one?
Yeah, we got one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So both your wife and you and your wife got one, or came in? How would that work?
Me and my wife got one.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting, man. Like you were saying, and Swirv, it's not enough to live off of, man, especially if you're not working at all. Thankfully, man, I got a job where I was able to telework and stuff, man. So, but people that's out of work completely, man, it's rough, bro. It's rough. So, I wish it was a way that we can up that amount. Compare. This is another. I'm always looking at comparisons, man. But looking at the money that was given to the bigger businesses compared to the citizen, there's a big disparity there, man. And it's like you gotta look out for the common person, man, the working people. if you really want to get the economy going. You have to look at your big businesses and your medium-sized small businesses, but you got to look at the worker, which most of the United States, they're working for a business. So being able to spend money, man, is important for the economy. And I think that's something that, the Senate, they're going to have to look at. Congress as a whole going to have to look at. Let us have some more of the money, man. If we get some more money, we're going to spend a little bit more. Even during these times, we're willing to spend more. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to look at again, pressing our local representatives so they can take it back up to Washington, putting pressure on them at the General Assembly. Hey, this is what we want. Then they can go back up to Washington and say, hey, my constituents want more. They want more than the 1,200 or the standard that you've been given. So, yeah.
Now look, to add to that, I would also suggest that more people actually do a little bit more reading, because if you go to the IRS.gov, they give you a lot of information. So there was more money than what a lot of people know about. Like the main thing that everybody was focused on was the $1,200. But if you look down at the other writing, the other literature that was in there, there was money that was given to certain companies if they had under 500 employees. Then there was another set of money that was in there for people that had side businesses, meaning stuff if you owned your own grass service, if you cut grass, or if you had your own nail shop or beauty salon, or you did hair, anything where you made money on the side, that was considered a side hustle, and you could file for that and get an additional $1,000. A lot of people didn't know that. Yeah, but that was in that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that education, man, that is key. It's key, man. It's key.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I did see the governor just sign the increase on minimum wage, you know what I'm saying? But I think it don't kick into effect until, I think, next year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it said 2021. Yeah.
How y'all feel about it? It's still not quite $10, but it's definitely $9, $9.50. You know what I mean? I feel like the $10 should at least be minimum wage, but at the same time, at least it's a little progress, you know what I'm saying? Because you definitely making those $7 and then $8 and then definitely $9 and then at least $10 at least is what I feel like minimum wage should be.
Exactly.
This is not.
The way I'm looking at it, bro, a lot is happening. A lot is happening right now, man. A lot is happening in our favor. Even though we're still going through the struggle, we're getting a lot of resistance and stuff. A lot of stuff have happened since March, dude. It's crazy. If you look at the list, man, it's a lot of stuff that's happening, man, and we can continue to push for positive change. I think, like I said, it's a step, towards the right direction, man. And I think the governor, he's going to listen, to the constituents, man, and continue to push it up. You know what I'm saying? If it's possible. So, I think it's a good step, man. And like he was saying, because I saw a clip on him yesterday, he was like, "It's with no way possible nobody could make a living off of $7 dollars. You can't make a living off of that at all, man." So, and then that goes into your crime. You know what I'm saying? People are going to go into crime to make up the money that they're missing, man. So it's just a vicious cycle when you're not remembering your common people, man, your working person. You got to look out for them at the end of the day,
I know me personally, I'm a sports fanatic, you know what I mean? And a lot of different things to get away. So one of them is, for me, is definitely the NBA. I swear, I played in the NBA before life, but they resuming, as the last that I heard, supposed to be resuming July 31st in Orlando, and then on the bubble, but they've had like at least 25 out of the 351 players since they started testing in I think June 23rd, have positive. So
wow.
I want to see the NBA, definitely get started, but just as a human being, I'm concerned for everybody in that bubble. What are y'all thoughts?
Right. Yeah. Go ahead, Em.
I mean, of course, safety first. So I'm not sure exactly how they're gonna. I would assume that they're gonna sanitize everything. I mean, I guess that consists of every game sanitizing before. I mean, I don't know how many hours they planned on doing that, but that's a lot of work. So safety first, man. If they can figure out a way to do it safe where everybody is safe and still can enjoy the game, because as consumers, that's what we're looking at. They're going to look at, okay, how safe am I? Okay, is it still worth me going out there to watch the game? Because you still going to want that same experience that you had last year. So am I going to be able to comfortably, you know what I'm saying, do that? You know, you going to the concession stands, you know, buying your hot dogs, drinking your, you know what I'm saying, beer if you consume that. So I don't know, man. I think it's going to be interesting.
Well, as of now, I think as a being a fan, they working on some different ways to have the fan noise.
Right.
But they won't be there. But just the players alone, referees, staff,
Right.
I'm just concerned about.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. The virtual is going to be virtual. So it basically you be looking at it on TV or whatever. I don't know if it's going to be like places where you can go and see it, but I don't know, man. It's tough, bro. I don't know.
I don't
if
see that
it's worth it.
Not happening.
Yeah, it's not going to be the same. Yeah, it's not going to be the same. No.
No, I'm saying
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think the virtual thing, I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to be there. They're going to open them stadiums up. They're going to find a way to make it safe, because like I said, you still looking at the concession stands and all these other venues. That's where they make their money, selling those jerseys, selling those t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? So for to give that up, and now if it's an indoor, that's where you would kind of maybe play with it a little bit. But those outside stadiums, I don't see them closing those doors. I just don't see it.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be a big health risk, bro. I can see a lot of lawsuits out of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know how you can. Hey, first of all, keep the people safe. You got children, you got elderly people that you know they're gonna have, some of them gonna have pre-existing conditions. Then you're dealing with the player, with their health, you know, in close proximity to each other, sweating, all these. It's rough, man. I don't know if it's an actual way to be safe with it, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I can't really see. I know that right now, like football might be on track, but I don't know, man. I just NBA. They get the players in there with no audience. It's gonna be different for them too, because you know they like to build off that home field, that home court advantage, just the fan interaction, all the stuff they do before in the game, after the game. So it's gonna be an adjustment, you know, for the players as well as the consumer watching it on TV. You're not gonna hear all the loud noise. I've been watching boxing matches, and I've been like, oh, it's a crowd. Ain't no crowd.
Right.
You know the cameras is but that
right.
soccer and all the other sports is a different ball game, man. You know, you know, that's just, I don't know. It's gonna be different, man. But what happens, you know, as we get closer to that date. I'm closer. We're gonna talk about that too coming up in the show as we get closer.
Let me ask you this, Swirv. So, and same question for you too. I want you to answer it too. So let's say they do go virtual. How interested are you in watching this game?
Honestly, I'm gonna be very interested in watching it on TV. And I'm gonna be just like how the BET Awards, you know, how that just popped off this past weekend. Like I give them kudos. I mean, they did basically little mini videos, little interactive concepts. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the artist. Like I like how they did Rich, like he was at like a virtual concert. One of hologram. Yeah, I like how they did that. But then, for example, I like how they did Megan Thee Stallion. She had like the Mad Max vibe, but I feel like she was like on the movie any set. So, but then, you know, we've been seeing all these different TV stuff, you know, so we're not in the same room right now, you know. But it's just been interesting. So, just to basically answer that question again, I can't wait to watch it on TV.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's I think this is gonna be the new normal, man. I don't think if they're gonna truly look out for people's health, I think they're gonna have to look at and be creative. You're gonna have to be creative to get the people to watch your sporting events, man. Or it's gonna be Netflix, Hulu, you know what I'm saying? Or they gonna places that are open, they're gonna go out and do that, you know, to get that excitement. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have to be creative to capture the audience, man, and they're gonna have to do different things in order to do that. So I don't think business people that's thinking that it's gonna go back to normal and you're gonna get a bunch of people in stands, and you're gonna get a bunch of people back in your restaurants and big events, even the concerts and stuff. I think they're not being wise about it, because if people are gonna truly look out for their health, most likely then a lot of people are not gonna come out to that. So you gotta find another way to get that consumer to come and get your product or your service. So yeah, sports we're gonna have to do the same thing. Be creative, man.
Was one of the greatest basketball players ever do it. Some people call him the greatest. Some people call him their top 2, 3. But I'm not a video game. I'm an old school video game head. But we have a true video game head in the building, man. I know you always be telling me about this, about that, about the current 2K, but the next 2K, man, Kobe gonna grace that cover, bro. You feel me? Like, it's the active one on pre-sale today. Today, it's supposed to be a one cover with the jersey 8. And the other cover will have the jersey 24. So, as a basketball fan, you can be a legend. I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? You got the All-Star MVP award named after him. You know what I mean? So you go cop that joint when the first drop, or
I'm getting it, man. I'm getting it. I might go ahead and pre-order it. I'm gonna make sure I have it.
But this the deal. You gotta play with the Lakers all the way until 2K22 come out. That's the bet. And I need to see footage on the episode. When it drop, we're gonna have to go live with you playing. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers come when that drop. I'm not sure when it drops. I think it might drop. Matter of fact, it come out in October. So
October, okay.
Close to Halloween, we're gonna have to all dress up. Lakers paraphernalia, you know what I mean? Hold it down. Kobe, like, definitely, man, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. So, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then with Sean, definitely he couldn't make it with us today, but he's a video game head too. That'd be crazy to have you actually battle on the show. Just showing some footage, man. You think y'all be down today?
I'm down, man. I'm down. He gonna lose, so I mean. So yeah, I'm down. Yeah, Sean's going. Yeah, he ain't got his chance. He ain't got a chance. No chance.
What's the last? What was it?
Uh-oh.
Last time y'all played, like the 2K that's out now?
I think last time we played was probably about a week ago. Yeah, probably about a week ago.
Okay. Y'all be on teams, or y'all go against them?
No, well, see, we play online, so sometimes we'll play on teams, and then sometimes he'll play the season. So it depends on how we play it. But most of the time when we play online and we be on the same team. Now, I have played him where I've been on one team online and then he went over there to the other side. Didn't work out for him too good. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, you heard that, Sean? You heard that, Sean?
Yeah. Didn't work out for him too good.
God, G promo, where you went?
he thought the grass was greener on the other side. Didn't work out.
Look, so do y'all use Twitch, or what do y'all use, man, when y'all play online?
Oh, we just use the network.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll buy you a online card and they give you that access. I think it's called PlayStation Plus. So you get your PlayStation Plus and you can do it monthly or you can do it yearly.
Tell them, Pozi, they need to go ahead and get them a channel on Twitch, because video games huge on Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they huge. That's why I asked about that. People making money on Twitch, bro. For real.
Oh, really? Yeah. See, y'all schooling me because I don't even know about,
Yeah, look into Twitch, bro. Yeah, they making money. Little kids making millions, bro.
How do y'all think the atmosphere gonna be in our city, state, in the country? Some people that's fellow blacks, feel like they're not gonna celebrate. It's gonna be Juneteenth Part 2. I've heard some people say, I'm still gonna celebrate. So how y'all think this city, this state, and in the country is going to be with July 4th, as far as, I'm just going to say it out there, black people? How y'all think it's going to be?
Are you good?
Well, I'll put it like this, man. I'm looking at all the holidays that we're celebrating, bro. As black people, man, we gotta look more at a business, have a business type of mind, man. So looking at these holidays, the way they got it spread out now, man, we doing a holiday just about every other month, man. And what comes with holidays? Spending money. Sometimes money we don't have. So I'm reevaluating all of these holidays that we're participating in, man. And to me now, I'm looking at a holiday. How can that holiday help me? Is it gonna put money back into me, my business, or another business? You know what I'm saying? What is it really doing? What are we celebrating? You know what I'm saying? So it's just something to think about, man, especially as Black people, man. Let's look at these holidays and see if it's really benefiting us, you know? And like you said, Swirv, a lot of people are going to wear the black for 4th of July and continuation of Juneteenth, man. I think it's good that we're looking at this, being more, doing more critical thinking of what we're doing, what we're celebrating, and not just going with the status quo. So I think it's a good conversation, man. And I've always, when I was on Instagram, man, I was like, hey, what about Christmas? Would you be willing to stop Christmas, stop celebrating Christmas? They're going to keep your money, put it in a bond or something, or put it in some type of fund where it's going to pass on to your next generation. Save that money instead of spending that money, then it can go on and be a wealth. You know what I'm saying? That's the hard questions that we're going to have to look at. And this time, I think it is, time to be looking at those questions, man. So.
I definitely want to shout the parent stories I've seen on Facebook and Instagram. That nothing I've seen local. These are the stories that kind of like get like millions of views where, that parent was like, no, instead of me buying you the latest Jordans or this, that, and the third, they did exactly what you described. So it'd be good to see more people share those type of stories, man. So, economical development, got to get your money right before you can go to war. You feel what I'm saying? So a war ain't always a negative thing, but how you right before you can go to war, whether you want to invest in businesses or just generational wealth rolling. So, you know what I mean? I it's like some cultures, they celebrate every weekend or once a month. You know what I mean? So
right.
If I see cookouts, even if they small social distancing cookouts or gatherings, this whole summer, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get into the colder months, seeing people doing more house gatherings, just fellowship, get each other together, but then at the same time, just trying to share knowledge. And we got another group of fellas that I be chilling with, and they talk about us investing in stocks. Like, don't nobody know about no stock games.
Exactly.
They try to school us on the stock game.
Right.
A little bit, but I ain't no expert to put my money in trade.
Exactly.
So that type of stuff I want to see these gatherings instead of just watching the football game, basketball game. You know what I'm saying? Let's share this knowledge.
Exactly.
Each other, bro. That's gonna be it.
But see, I think too, to go back to that question that you asked, I think that the difference between this year and previous years is just what you guys saying. We actually having these conversations.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we really celebrating here? Think about what I'm saying. Before that, to me, and it's just my personal opinion, but most of us, I ain't gonna say all of us, but a lot of us, when it came to holidays that's not Thanksgiving and Christmas, all the other holidays like 4th of July and Columbus Day, and for one, it's a day off. You know what I'm saying? It's another reason to get together, to have a cookout. You got a lot of people that just think, you know what I'm saying, that's it. They not really concerned about what the actual real reason is or none of that. It's just another day that everybody can get together and they can drink the beer and have a cookout, and they leave it at that. Right. So now, this is an opportunity, like you said, where people actually stop and say, oh, this is actually what this holiday means. Think about so many people that's researching it right now. What is actual 4th of July? What does this represent? So,
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, man. Let's have business holidays. Let's have business meetings. Let's put that business. We should be about business every time we doing something. I think that's the last step, man. I think this is our last step, being about business. And not just small business, medium business, corporations. You know what I'm saying? Big corporations. I think it's time for us to go to the next level. We got the knowledge, the power. We got the organization. We got everything we need, man. It's just like you're saying, getting that knowledge and being committed and having the discipline, man. Just think about things a different way. Yeah.
It is. Knowledge is the key. Knowledge is the power. Let's start these businesses. Let's share information with each other. Yours truly, DJ Deniro, Pozi TrueKnowledge, in Dollaz. You feel me? AG14 classified.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Say this to them. It's a secret. You feel me? But look, we definitely appreciate everybody who tuned in to our show this week. Make sure y'all definitely subscribe to the channel. And, of course, hit that bell, that ding, 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 so you can stay up to date with all of our shows. You know what I mean? The Swirv Nation TV, the Swirv Nation Radio. We love y'all 100.